pour ñu génne fi incumbent bi comme Gambia suñu electoral system bi ni muy doxee pour nga remove fi an incumbent daf lay jafe bu fekkee coalition amut ñu bëri jàpp ne nu mu possible woon in 2016 coalition bi moo tax so 2026 ñuy wane pour génne fii Adama Barrow faaw e coalition am soo ci mbiri coalition boobu gis nañ sa party leader ñu gis standard newspaper mu binda ko wax ne suñu daal wax ne pare na pour coalition like UDP pare na pour dem coalition ak yeneen parti wala yeneen parti yi wala opposition parti si ci biir réew mi but ci biir loolu tamit ñu bëri nañ jàpp ne am na gis-gis yu wuute ku ci mel ne MC Cham Junior bokk United Movement for Change ngi wax ne comme UDP amul benn parti boo xam ne dina mun a dem ak UDP waaw coalition because of xëy na am na reasons yu tax mu wax loolu but am na ñu jàpp itam ne UDP ku demul ak ñoom coalition any coalition without UDP coalition boobu du succeed like maanaam dina nekk a failed coalition yeah because of nu mel but tamit am ñu jàpp ne UDP tamit bu jëlee loolu bëgg a teg condition si comme wax ne without man jiitewu moom wala nangam ak nangam because of comme ndomba bu mu am rek tamit bu demee moom kenn mun na koo ñàkk méeg soo si mbiru coalition talks bi yow ban gis-gis nga ci am yaa ngi ci biir parti bi nan la mbiri di demee ndax yéen a ngi cee discourse ndax yaa ngi ci am dara loo xam ne yaa ngi ko ci jël seen parti ñu ngi ko prepare ak tamit ci lu jëm ci ndax UDP du jéem a set di waaw condition because gis nañ fi Essam Bay Fall mu waxoon ne ñoom 2021 presidential elections results yu passé du détermine kan mooy lead di coalition to come léegi xëy na ñu bëri jàpp ne UDP la nekk di wax because ñoom ñoo ñëwoon second so yow ban jàngat nga ci am.
Thank you Jammeh léegi waxtaan bi léegi waxtaan ba nga ñëw commencé yeah lii is a very very important topic and I think it's gonna dina yëngal fii tuuti lii dafa important trop xam naa dina fi jàpp tuuti bala ñu jógee fii I'm very prepared for that. yaa ngi wax affaire yi MC naa si ñëw moom his idea lu mu wax actually ak what SI is also saying naa fa ñëw waaye balaa maa ñëw foofu noonu xaaral ma delloo nit ñi yaa nga a lot of problems that we're facing now the current Gambian audience when it comes to political discussions and things like that ñu bari the participants ak ñu dee déglu there's a severe lack of comme lack of understanding ñu bari 2017 lañ foog ne Gambia la politique start soo ko xoolee tamit I don't blame them ko time boobu la buntu bi ibbeeku time boo nga call ni sa America nga ne ko ne balaa nga ne yaaya rek mu ne téléphone la daan da ko rek nga daan please loolu lii moo fi nekkoon so the space was and I don't blame people okay everybody has to protect yourself the best you can I'm not faulting anybody for being careful. But the space was not there to have these broad national discussions. So everybody was closed out. Discussions were only limited to Freedom newspaper, and few of us that were in the diaspora, the para Facebook, I have 10 likes, 5 likes, 15 likes, time would do open. I 100 likes, low time people run away from you. All my friends, they left me. Childhood friends. Once in a while, like, can I do the people, boy, or selling mom, so this was the condition. So Param 2017 your judgment. So whatever happened 2010, 2005, 2006, 2003, it's completely erased from people's minds. Right now, I Kilifatay, I Magi Jam and 2005, the NAT thing, Alifa Salah, when we went to America trying to have the coverage. Nobody can, very few people can come and give you accurate account of what happened. UDP, since 2021, since 2001, I would say, with every election, we've always opened our doors for the coalition. Only 2 people usually answer to our call. Ahmad Bah has been very consistent with our coalition calls. We've calls been about, I think about 2 or 3 times. My party, I think 1 or twice. Henry Gomez, of course. JPDP, I think 2011. We've always opened our doors for coalition. Talks do happen. Sometimes they came to America. When they came in 2005, I was one of the people that were actually moving them around from state to state. And then Koi Pasabajo, Bankamane, Musajang, and all that, Seattle, everywhere. Raise money. And then, it was all good talk. Halifa came, OJ came, everybody came. And they came to Gambia. where the rubber meets the tarmac, when it was time to do what normal democracies do, when decisions have to be made, every coalition decision you see around the world, either Senegal, America, UK, wherever you go, coalitions are led by numbers. Numbers have to be factored in. Unfortunately, we have a very funny country called Gambia, where when it comes to coalition, they said, don't talk about number. You see a PhD holder, master's degree holder, SFL, super intelligent man, traveled the world, seen all kinds of coalitions around the world. He has never seen a coalition that, and if I say this, it's, oh, yange diminish, yange saga, yange party. No, no, no. I didn't make these numbers. I didn't go to the polls and put 3% for DOI. I didn't give 1% to SFL. I didn't give 25% to UDP. People did. You say you are a Democrat. You said you go by numbers. You go by majority. And people said, since 2001, oh sorry, since 1996, they've been giving UDP average about 25%. Sometimes when things get really nasty, you know, and things get really bad under Yahya Jammeh, it will drop to 20-something%. But average, it has always been around 25 or more. And then you have a party, another party that's consistently since 1985, scoring about 2-3%. And then others, NRP came 6%. Ahmad Ba was doing 6-7. Okay, Mama Kande came in 2016, he got 16%. I didn't tell Gambians to give Mama Kande 16%. I didn't tell Gambians to give Doi 3%. Gambians did. And those numbers have to be respected because it's also part of respecting the Gambian people.
All of Mandinka.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. So number you know, man, what Gambia ni, you job consistently since 1996 to 2001 to 2006 coming down. I didn't tell Gambians to give these numbers. Gambians nyoko they job UDP 25-something%. Nyo talk tamit job NRP at 6-7%. Job doi 3%. Job SFA 1%. Job nyip. So now we have to respect the people. So senior to the table. UDP always, every election, they always open their doors. But the problem now comes, like NAD, I will use the 2006 as a clear example. When the discussions were happening, I called my father, he was part of that meeting. He was in there. A lot of people are talking, they were not in that meeting. They were not present. Ahmad Ba didn't have an objection. Next to UDP, he's the one that always has the highest, 6%. He's always about 6-7%. That's before Mama Kande came. So he was the only person who have any right, by numbers, to challenge, say, UDP, no, I'm not allowing you to do your 20% cannot live here. I got 6. But then the contention at that meeting was between people who, PPP at that time, Galankor bi si time bobu nonu 2006 ñu don cash moy 3% doy, and then I think PPP ñu am like 1% at that time. And then the next guy who should be saying something, 6% guy, was saying, I'm going with UDP. And that's what happened. Ahmad Ba went with UDP, the other guys went and formed NAD. Things collapsed. So the narrative from that, very careful about narratives, to the people that are unsuspecting, Hussein Dabo, lead by force. Hussein Dabo never said I'll lead by force. The Gambian people said, I give you 25%, you are the guy. And I'll give an example in Senegal. Abdou Diouf and Ablaye Wade. Maybe not a lot of Gambians can remember that. Ablaye Wade filling the election. Abdou Diouf Durlen, first round, second round, he couldn't pass it, 50%. You them second round, and then everybody came and rallied behind Ablaye Wade. Because if I use America as an example, or UK, the first story, I'm right across the border. 2012, Ablaye Wade ñëw ak kan Macky Sall. Macky Sall was a prime minister somewhere, very, he left, and then formed his own party. I looked at him, I even looked down upon him when I first saw him on the campaign trail. Macky Sall, prime minister. I'm like, okay, I know Mustafa Niasse. Okay, I know all these big guys. Who is this guy? Mustafa Niasse, they're like 30-something years. They are more powerful, well, name-wise, yes. Election came. Abdoulaye Wade did what? Beat them first round. Second round came. Mustafa Niasse did the second and say, who is Macky Sall? I've been here 30-something years. You know, I am this big guy. No. He looked at the numbers. You shouldn't look at the numbers. They all looked at the numbers. And the numbers say, Macky, Yahya Jammeh. Egos, calm down. Your ego cannot trump the numbers. The numbers, you have to respect the people. The numbers said, Macky Yahya Jammeh. They don't say, Macky, you're Kanyafi. You just left the government 5-6 years ago. Now you are. No, the numbers say Macky. You shouldn't do everybody calm down and they rallied behind him. Mujala. Dekabi, free. Macky became president. After 2 years, he dissolved the parliament. And that coalition also, they didn't come and say, okay, after the coalition, we're going to go to parliamentary as what that coalition again. Because it's impractical. We wanted to do it here, it didn't work. They didn't waste their time with that. When it's time for parliamentary, everybody went their own way. It's not jamfar. It's not the touch. More touch film. Parliament, UDP touch affairs. No, touch ndara. That's the way things are done. You guys have been starved of democracy for 22 years. You don't know democracy. People that know are exercising it. So learn from them. Instead of talking dangam, di saka usenu, dafa buye, motas coalition lan la tas. So you have a guy like Esafal who traveled the world. For MC Cham, I'm not going to blame him. I don't really blame him because probably don't know any better. Okay? And then the other thing is, what is his political education? Who did you learn politics under? Your whole entire political career was under Yahya Jammeh, under a condition that's not anything but democratic. You know, that's a whole different discussion, but that's what you know. So I'm not going to take but for ESA to come and say, we are going to ignore doing fale. Let me happen 2021. You can't say that. That 2021 numbers are real according to what we have, because we tried to challenge that courts, it didn't go. So this is what we have right now. But you cannot just come and say that Lulu, then go ignore when you see table prove. Because what is the alternative? I'm enlightened right now. What is the alternative? UDP falls behind a party. The highest scoring party after UDP was Mama Kandeh. So Mama Kandeh should be probably the one. And then you explain what is the logic behind Mama Kandeh leading. 6%, 7%, and 20, 25, 27%. Why should 6 lead 25? Or why should 3 lead 25? This is the discussion we need to have. Look down on people. I'm not looking down on anybody. These are numbers we have to respect, because those numbers reflect the voices of the people. So we cannot be calling for democracy. We don't want to accept these numbers. So UDP has always historically opened our doors. Why you want to dismiss everything? Bull file numbers. And then yes, of course, Nyepa as a party. We all have parties, we all have leaders, yes. But when it comes to leading, and let's be frank with each other, this is my take. I don't know what you guys think.
Okay. Just like I'm going to bring you like not now the party or the coalition, but the candidate.
Okay.
Comme ñu candidate bi daf ci am solo ñu bari dañ nek di amna duma wax ñu bari sax like dafa ma indi sauver pour mëna proof lool but amna ñen ñuy wax ne comme Ousseynou Daba xeyna contestat like ñu bari wax ne they want new face. Wow, you mel no xeyna maybe just not the number of coalition but tamit di candidate lool tamit yow ban gis-gis nga
comme lo wax ni moo tax ma ne la démocratie space bi dafa yaatu am na ñoo xam ne ñoom xëy na seen gis-gis they just want to see a fresh face so laajee sax what is that fresh face going to bring to the table? Maybe the details they don't give a damn faale wuñ sax waaye man dafa jéene rek dafa màgget. I've seen it. I live here too. I talk to people in the markets everywhere, friends, and then I push them. I said, look, this is not a joke. This is a position that's going to determine your price of bread, whether you like it or not. One stroke of a pen, one stroke of a signature today can bring the price of bread down to $7. Just have to solve the problem with GMC and Kalilu Wage, where a guy from Senegal came and they gave him full exclusivity to our GMC foreign. Yahya Jammeh is a foreign company. For Gambia, cheap foreign. We bring raw material from Russia and Ukraine, wheat, and then make cheap foreign. Jai ko Mali, jai ko Casamas, jai ko Guinea-Bissau. So they don't have to go and import from from all over the world. They have cheaper foreign here, cheaper currency. They don't have to change dollars. It's good for Mali, it's good for the sub-region, and it's good for Gambia. So we have cheaper. Yahya Jammeh's vision was very good. I like that vision. These guys came and they give exclusivity to a Senegalese citizen who's now determining man ñaata lay jëndee foreign. Ben stroke of a pen from a president can make that go away tomorrow, and next 1 week we have foreign down to the normal rate that it should be. Mourinho $7. Lii mooy presidency, lii ay face, baby face dafa rafet, dafa di fa màgg. No, lii mooy dox. This is my philosophy. Ku fa nekk tamit yow nga ne face moo la ñor. Yow xelaatuloo sa mbuuru, xelaatuloo essence, xelaatuloo sa doomi school, xelaatuloo classe yu mi xale yi di dem toog si ay rendement wala di def di jàng. Yow loolu ñorul la ñor mooy lan face. Kon yow sa xelaat dafa man I don't want to go there. Loolu d'accord ma si.
Okay, all right. Mr. Kurang, mbiru coalition xam nga